we went to Chanel's launch party and the viewing party for the first episode, and that feels like 2 weeks ago. My wig is still over there with dirty glue. And I'm very diplomatic. I mean, I'm not going to be like someone was really shy. That's not a bit of me.
You can just lie. It's okay. Hello divas, I am Cherry West, the Red Berry of Edinburgh, and girl, welcome back to the last ever episode of Red Berry Reviews. Now don't worry, we are making a return next year, but this is the last episode of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 6. I can't believe I don't have to get in drag anymore in front of a camera. I am so happy! But before we start, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who has watched, who has supported, and everyone who's took the time to come on the channel and chat some shit about Drag Race. Anyway, we're going to get straight into the finale episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, and we have got the mother of Scotland, the queen of drag. You probably might have seen her on tour performing as Taylor Swift if she couldn't afford a Zempic. Please welcome Blaze! Hello, Blaze!
Hi, darling. How are you, shady bitch?
I'm good. You look so motherly. You look amazing. It's giving fierce drag.
No, not using as Taylor Swift. Like, that's not the point.
Well, what is the point?
It's a Taylor Swift show, but I'm not like, hi, I'm Taylor. Well, I mean, I suppose I am. Anyway, that was shady.
That was shitty. You are, though. You're like a Taylor Swift tribute act.
No, I'm not.
Anyway, let's get straight into Drag Race UK now. Have you actually watched any of the season?
Yes, I watched the first maybe 2 or 3, and then I watched the finale for this purpose. So I watched the one where she left. I definitely saw Snatch Game. So I think that was the episode Chanel left, correct?
Yeah, it was.
Yes. So I don't want to say I'm biased. I think I can be level-headed regardless. But of course, Miss Chanel had to support. But I've watched the finale for this reason.
For this reason. So what did you think? Who were the standouts in the cast for you? Who did you love from watching the premiere episode?
Love Lavoie, love Chanel.
Yeah.
And even though I only saw the first 3 or 4, I noticed a pattern of really liking Marmalade's runways.
Yes, 100%.
Fierce runways. Fierce runways. Miss Snatch, of course. Miss Relisa.
She's trying to remember who's in the cast.
No, I think they were actually the standouts for me. If you told me the top 4 that first time I watched it, I would have believed you, but I would have really obviously hoped for Miss Chanel too. But I think I wouldn't have been shocked at the 4. No, I don't think there was any gag about who was in the top. No, was there something? Did something happen? In the fandom, was anyone gagged at who was in the top 4? In your opinion?
I don't think so. I think people were just gagged that it wasn't a double win. To be honest,
I saw a part of the episode where Ru said you're all so different. And I think that's actually really that stands true for this. Like, they are all so different, and what one of them is maybe really incredible at, the other one maybe not so much, but they've got their own skills. So it is hard. It's not like there's four look queens that are the exact same, and it's obvious who the winner should be.
Yeah,
they all, like, Miss Relisa performs the house down, Marmalade runways, Lavoie just for general season, and Karen's got like a nice backstory and looks as well. So it's hard to say, but I think based off just watching finale, I was rooting for Miss Lavoie. She's also old like me.
Yeah, girl. So let's get straight into the episode now. I think we should quickly talk about the verses. I think the only thing I didn't like about these verses was the fact they literally had like 4 sentences, whereas usually they have like a bigger verse. It literally would have been like, I wear red and I can sing, and then it was the fucking chorus. Like, they didn't get to say much.
Yes. With Relisa, the verse was like, I was quite shocked at how, not basic the verse was, but it was like, I can sew and I'm fierce. I was like, oh, they did have to make, obviously, a bit of space. They couldn't have been doing verses as the whole cast came out. So I'm assuming, is it one of the first times they've done that, Cherry?
They do it every year.
Oh, right. During the performance? Like, during the number?
They come in at the end of the song, yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, listen, you learn something new every day. I assumed that the verses were made so short for that reason, like to make space for the and generally though, I do say she was referenced in the episode, Miss Michelle McManus. I love that pop culture sort of talent show contest final song moment. Like, I love I love the idea of it. It wasn't just like a fierce song. It was like paying tribute to the winner's single of all these shows.
I don't know who Michelle McManus is now. She actually came to your birthday party, didn't she?
That's so insulting. You're Scottish.
Is she Scottish? I'm so confused.
Cherry. She's Scottish. She won Pop Idol in 2003.
That was Pop Idol. I don't know what that is.
Pop Idol was like, oh my god, really, this is when it comes. Like, I forget how young you are. Pop Idol was basically the X Factor. You must know American Idol.
Yes.
Right. Well, it was going to be like the UK's answer to that, but they only ever done it twice. Love it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I didn't know how I felt about it at first, but I actually ended up really liking the song. So first up to the runway, we have Kyron Frax. Now, Kyron came out in this sculpted hair that looked like she was getting blown away by the wind, which was very cool. And I think she kind of just wanted to make her finale outfit like her brand, and it was like a plastic bin bag, which was very cool. I think there's been better looks that she's had throughout the season that could have worked as a finale look. But what did you think of this?
I didn't get it. By the way, I'm being so professional. I'm looking at it now.
Yes,
yeah, I'm looking at it now. I pulled them up because I don't want to talk shit. I wasn't blown away by that. I feel bad saying anything like not positive.
So, in other words, Blaze thinks it's shit.
No, I didn't. Do you know what it is? I didn't really understand. She said it was like she wanted to say something about being trapped and stuff, and I didn't really. You know what it is for me? The dress and the tape aren't tying together for me. It does look like a dress, and someone backstage quickly wrapped it in tape. Like it wasn't giving the full thing for me. It looks the tape, and it does just look like a taped up dress to me.
Gag. Guys, did you hear that? Blaze.
No, stop. Unless I'm wrong, maybe I need to look at some really high quality photos. I did.
Oh, I agree. It's true.
It looks, the shoulder piece is like a box. Like it's just a box to me. And the dress itself is nice, but it's just the hair is fierce. Love a glove, but it does just look like a black dress with a black box on the shoulder, and then quick bitch, wrap it in tape.
I agree. In the performance, for the finale performance, I loved Kyron's gold outfit, how it had like her name along it. I want to do something like that.
My favourite outfit of the performances was Kyron's. So see, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved the hair. I loved the outfit. I do think the verses were a bit short, and you couldn't really like get into it because they were literally 4 sentences. So I can't really judge for that. But she looked amazing. She looked the part, and yeah. Moving on to our next queen, we have Lavoie. Now, Lavoie came out in this big, massive, like, bridal wedding gown. She was ready for the finale. The hair, what the hell is she wearing on her head? Like, what? Come on, Lavoie, mother.
Do you pop photos up on the screen so people, like, when we're talking, people can also see it? No.
She's not watched a fucking episode of mine, guys.
No, I've saw the clips. I saw the social clips, but I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't do it on the Instagram, but I do it on like the YouTube.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, I love this. I didn't like the hair, but everything else, girl, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. In the performance, I loved Lavoie's look. I loved it. I loved the big, massive wig. I loved the gold bodysuit. Girl, she ate that up. She did well.
Yeah, I agree. The performance outfit I liked for her. It was this is shady, but very young for her. When I saw it, I was like, oh, like fierce.
Moving on to our next queen, we have Marmalade. Now, Marmalade, let's go straight into the performance first. Now, I love this performance outfit. I thought she looked absolutely incredible. If it was gold.
Yeah, the gold patchwork catsuit, I like that too.
In the runway, she looked insane. You never know what to expect when it comes to Marmalade, in my opinion. Like, I think she looked absolutely gorgeous. The fact it was like a long table thing, like that was fierce. What did you think?
Probably my favourite runway look. For the finale, yes, my favourite. The wig's stunning. The little crown back of the neck piece, stunning. The bra, like the dress starting actually below the bra, iconic. Fully stoned bra. The blue and the gold colours go incredibly well together. She just looks incredible. As she was walking down and the skirt was like straight, I thought she was going to let it go. Like I thought she was going to I thought she was holding it like that, or she was going to let it go and it would do something. That would
Yeah.
have been camp. At the same time, it is cool. I didn't get table. I didn't actually get table right away. But then all the judges made the table jokes, and I went right. She is on the table.
Yeah.
Love it. Just generally, I would have loved this without it being straight like that. But I think that's the whole point.
It is, I think, but yeah, it's really cool. It's nice for a finale outfit. I mean, I did not expect this from Marmalade for a finale. I think this season has really highlighted Marmalade well. I think she's got a really good edit. She's been really funny in confessionals and stuff, and her looks have just been insane every single week. So I'm excited to see what Marmalade gets up to after Drag Race. Moving on to our last queen in the top 4, we have Relisa.
Well, on one hand, fierce, bit of me, obsessed with it. On the other hand, for finale, yeah, maybe not enough. Not enough.
Yeah,
maybe if the bottom half was bigger, maybe, or if a longer train, maybe. But it was just a little bit it's fierce as anything, but it's just I think a little bit too. Even as an entrance look, fierce. But I think for finale, standing next to Lavoie and Marmalade especially, it just looks a little tiny bit casual. And the hair too, the hair's fierce, but a bob with a dress, it's giving bob in a dress.
Not bob in a dress. I think it is pretty, but as I said, it needs something more. It's just a bit basic for a finale. I think it would look really cool as an entrance look, to be fair though. Yeah, in the performance, Relisa looked incredible. Her verse was very fierce. It was a very good verse, but are we shocked from Relisa?
When she was in the interviews with him, I was quite surprised because now like you just said, I'm on a Taylor Swift tour at the minute. I have no issues with queens that love to do a certain celebrity. I love that. That's my gig. But when she was in the interview with Rue asked her do you think you've done a good job at getting away from the fact that all you did was Rihanna? And she was like, yeah, I think that's important to me, and I think I've done that. But her performance look is like a Rihanna. It is a Rihanna look. It's the two-piece with the tassel jacket. It's the What's My Name Rihanna look. I can't remember if it was a video or a live performance of Rihanna. But that is a Rihanna look with that hair, with the loud hair, yeah. So I was a bit weird to transit. Also, finale, I'd try and stay away from anything too tribute-y. But I don't know if that was the aim. I don't know. It was fierce though. It was fierce. Performance, fierce. I think she's probably the best performer out of the 4. I think. Well, it depends on what you're into. It depends on what you're into.
I love it. Well, that is the top 4 of this season of Drag Race UK. What a whirlwind, seeing them all accomplish and achieve so much goals. I think they did amazing. Now, before we wrap up this week's episode, who was a standout from the cast, from the eliminated queens that came back? Who caught your eye with the runway looks? Let's quickly talk about Chanel, since we're Scottish queens and we're talking about Chanel.
Well, this is what I'm saying. It's hard not to be biased. I obviously love Chanel. I love Chanel's runway. Fierce, very royal.
I think this is Chanel's best runway look that she's brought to Drag Race. So I'm glad she got to come back and show that. Another one for me, I think, would have been Charity. I think Charity's look was very signature drag. It looked very an elevated version of herself.
It looked very her. Yeah. Charity's was big and fun. And that's really, I don't want to say that's it. They all look pretty fierce, but I don't think, Kiki Snatch, loved the dress. The Renaissance hair, loved Kiki Snatch's return to the runway outfit. The top was disconnected from the skirt. I wish it was one piece, but maybe it is.
I wasn't a fan. This cast has been so strong. It literally is an all-star cast. But I can't believe it's over. I literally felt like I blinked and it's been over.
It has went fast. I remember, we went to Chanel's launch party and the viewing party for the first episode, and that feels like 2 weeks ago. My wig is still over there with dirty glue. It feels like that was a week ago.
It does feel. I feel like.
So, yeah.
That is it for this week's episode, the last episode of Drag Race UK Season 6 review. Thank you very much for coming on, Blaze, and ending the season with drag royalty.
Oh, thank you, Cherry. That's very sweet. I've had so much fun, and this was over so much. I'd legit spent double this time doing my face than what was spent speaking.
I said, do a quick face for a quick review. But Blaze, where can we find you on all social medias for those that don't follow you already?
You can find me at Blaze the Queen. That's THA, not THE, because THE was not available. And you can, yeah, everything else is on there. So everything else I'm doing will be linked on there. If you're a Swiftie, you want to follow the Eras Drag Party on Instagram. We're currently touring the UK. Just bits and pieces here and there, but Instagram is the best place to get me, girl.
Period. Well, thank you very much for coming on, and make sure to follow me on all social medias at Cherry West UK, and let me know down below in the comments who you want to see come on the next season of Red Bear Reviews. Anyway, I will see y'all next time. Bye bye.